Okay. So I have done the pop test with you guys. I totally forgot that I had. We're going to do it again though. All right. So we are going to take some magnesium. So we have our first chemical reaction. This is actually 2 chemical reactions here. So that's why I gave you guys 2 write-up sheets. The first reaction, we are using magnesium in a test tube, like that. And the second reagent is going to be the sulfuric acid. Now, when you guys put these guys together and you do your write-up, you need to think about what are the 2 things that are actually involved in this reaction. Currently, there are 3 items in this reaction: magnesium, hydrogen ions, and sulfate ions. So just like how I did with the iron and the copper sulfate, you have to work out which of the 2 of the 3 options are actually involved in the reaction and which one is not involved. You will see that through the observations, okay? So we have our magnesium, we have our sulfuric acid. We're going to do a big, nice squirt of sulfuric acid, and then we're going to take our boiling tube and put it over to catch the gas coming off. Okay? That's thing number 1. So squirt. So take some of the magnesium strips I've given you, put it in the test tube. No, put a couple in there. You want to make a good amount of gas. Bigger boom. Okay. Let's put it on the table. It's not. Alrighty. This is my favorite thing to do. I love doing this. All right. There. Catch it. Okay. We know a chemical reaction is occurring for multiple reasons. First off, we notice that there's bubbles forming. We also know there's heat coming out, because if you touch that test tube, it's going to be really hot. And then on top of that, we can see that the magnesium is reacting. It is not dissolving, because it's not a salt that's dissolving in water. It is reacting. There's a chemical reaction occurring. Now, if I thought about those 3 items that I put in there, first off, we are definitely sure that the magnesium is part of the reactions, right? Because magnesium's half the equation when it comes to this guy. This guy's not reacting on its own, so it must be magnesium. We can also see the magnesium is going bye-bye. All right? So I now need to figure out, is it the hydrogen ions or if it's the sulfate that is forming the bubbles? So if we look through our little list, we know first off when we're watching it that all the options with the sulfate ion that are aqueous, we know that's not an option because there's bubbles forming. So something of one of the products must be a bubble forming item. The sulfate ion can form sulfur dioxide, which is a gas. The hydrogen ion can react to form hydrogen, which is a gas. And I'm trying to see if I can see anything else with the hydrogen, and I don't think so. So that's all we have. So basically we got to figure out, is this hydrogen gas that's being formed, or is this sulfur dioxide being formed? Now, something to keep in mind is hydrogen's flammable. So if this pops, I know it must be hydrogen. If it doesn't pop, then it's sulfur dioxide. Do we see that thought process? I know it's not listed on the sheet, but it is. There we go. Oh, come on. You're going to light the candle. I don't remember why I did this with you guys earlier. And you're going to take your test tube that is hopefully filled with some sort of gas, and we're going to put it over the flame and see if it pops. Light the candle. Take the test tube with hopefully whatever gas has been trapped and put it over the flame and see what happens. If it pops, it's hydrogen. If it doesn't pop, it must be sulfur dioxide. Make sure it all reacts together, so make sure there's no more magnesium in there. Once the magnesium's gone, then you know you've reacted everything. All right, I know mine's reacted, so let's see. Oh. Hydrogen! We know that one. It always scares me too. But I love doing this one. Oh, I found this on the maps, not on the... That's the obvious guy.
So wait for it to this.
Yeah, wait for it to react. Once the magnesium's gone, you're done. Today. Oh, nice pop. All right. So, Right, can I keep talking to him? Okay. So, what is showing the second reaction that you have occurring is, in this case, you have the hydrogen gas reacting with the oxygen gas, forming a pop. And again, that is another redox reaction that you can write up. So there's 2 reactions you can write: the hydrogen with the oxygen, and the magnesium with the sulfuric acid. All right, so there's 2 practice questions you can write up basically from that. Cool. All right, questions, concerns, comments. The second one obviously doesn't have as many observations, and I don't even know if they're actually on the list. So if they're not on the list, I can give it to you. But yeah, that's basically it.
I think we did.
What?
Yeah.
I can't find them. They're probably somewhere. All right. So you guys are welcome to write that up. I'm happy if you guys want to do another pop test because it's fun. I can give you guys some more magnesium. Be mindful that you probably need a top up of the sulfuric acid. I don't know if we did it last time, but you can do the because you guys got your stuff stuck. I remember that now. Why was I even doing the pop test with you guys?
Wasn't him.
I don't remember my thought process. You could also do this with the boiling tube, having the reaction, and you can trap the gas with a flask, and it makes a bigger pop. So I'm happy if you want to do that too. I did bring out the flask, so feel free to have a little play, but make sure you do the write-up at some point, either today or as homework. Okay? That's us. Have fun. I'm also going to do burning magnesium today, but I think I'll leave that for Monday, so you guys have some practical for them too.